Today's card is this quick and easy card made with birthday blossoms, and I'm using Calypso Coral and Cucumber Crush. My card base is the thick Whisper White cardstock, which I think makes a wonderful card base. I thought it would not be nearly as smooth as our regular Whisper White, and it might not be quite as smooth, but it's still very smooth and very solid. I love it. This might be my new favorite. This cardstock is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a layer of Calypso Coral. This layer is 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. And I have a layer that's 2.5 inches by 4 inches, so this is going to layer like this. And I need a scrap of thick Whisper White cardstock for stamping and cutting out our flowers. This is 2 by 5.5, which will be plenty big. I've also got an envelope that I plan to stamp on. I'm going to start by stamping the flower, and I am going to be punching it out with the Pansy Punch. If you order wood mount stamps especially, you want to pay attention to which way the punch is facing before you mount your wood mount stamps. This looks like it's pretty symmetrical, but it's not. First of all, it's 5 points, and then if you look really carefully, they are not exactly the same petals. And so what I did was I just punched out some scrap, punching it that way, and then I figured out exactly which way it goes on my stamp. So this will be the top, so I went ahead and marked the top of my stamp. There is actually one other way that's almost the same, that I made a little bit of a mark here. I thought that this was it, but it's really not quite. This petal here is not the same. There's a petal that has up and down lines. You want to look at that and keep that up and down. We're going to stamp with the Memento black ink with that top part on the top. And this is a little bit tight. And so you do want to put your flowers close together. You might want to go ahead and stamp your envelope while you're at it. We're going to use Cucumber Crush and stamp the leaves 3 times. I'm kind of stamping on the edges of the card, off the edges. I love this Cucumber Crush. It's so bright and cheerful. I'm going to stamp the greeting, "A Day All About You," in the bottom right corner. And on the inside of the card base, I'm going to stamp the larger greeting, "Have a Beautiful Birthday." And I'm going to stamp the "Have a Beautiful Birthday" right in the middle of the Calypso Coral piece. If you want to really jazz up this card, you might want to punch a few of the flowers from the Itty Bitty Accents. And you think, oh, I bet I just stamped that and it's beautiful. But we're going to be cutting this little banner out, and actually punching those flowers gives you a starting place to cut, even if you don't use the flowers. So I'm going to put those little pieces aside, and I'm going to squeeze the Calypso Coral stamp pad, and I'm going to use this as my ink tray. Using an aqua painter, I'm going to color in my flowers, and just to clean off my brush, I just brush on paper towel or scrap paper. And then I'm going to punch out these flowers, and if I've done it right, these should be pretty easy to figure out where the punch goes. You might want to color in the flower on your envelope as well while you're at it. It is not as thick. Be a little more careful with how much liquid you're putting down, and you might even want to open the flap up so you're not getting any moisture in the flap of the envelope before you're ready. Making sure that your greeting is going the right way, you're going to stamp around the edges of the card base. And I found that this arrangement of flowers is really nice for fitting around together. You don't want the flowers exactly together, but it's really easy to stamp them scattered with this stamp. There we go. And we're ready to assemble the card. Layer your ugly cut up piece of Calypso coral centered in this card. With a couple of dimensionals. Add some dimensionals to the smaller white layer. If you would like to jazz up these flowers by adding a little dimension on the back, and you can see I've done some oopsies, but that's okay. You're going to use your pointy back end of your piercing tool or a pen or anything else that's kind of a little bit pointy but not too sharp. You're going to pull toward the center of the flower and circle around in the middle and then circle here, and it just kind of adds a little dimension to the card. And you can do that on all three. Pop a dimensional on the back of each of those flowers and scatter those flowers on the card front. And one more little fancy part. You're going to take that piece that we cut out and you're going to add a little bit of glue, the adhesive of your choice. And place that right over the stamp. Have a beautiful birthday. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love this card. It came out so quick and easy. We punched these out. If you would like to jazz up this card a little bit more, go ahead and punch the middle of these flowers for a little dimension. I'd probably use an uneven number of these, and you can scatter these around your card. And if you also want to highlight the center of the card, try one of these Itty Bitty Accents epoxy stickers. And this can go, this is almost the perfect size for these card centers. I'm just adding one on here, but you could put one on each flower if you're feeling expansive. And there's my quick and easy card. I just love this card. It's so bright and cheerful. A day all about you. Have a beautiful birthday. If you would like the supplies or the directions for this card, come on over to bevadams.com. Talk to you soon. Bye.